Okay, I wanted to let everybody know about my breast cancer journey to hopefully help others through this process. I'm still going through it, and I will be continuing to go through it for a while. There's going to be more that I'm going to be learning along the way. I definitely don't know everything. I can only tell you my story and how this has impacted me. A few months ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, which was very scary at the time, I have to say. It's still even, scary now. So many amazing things has happened to me through this journey where I've really got to see, I feel like miracles happen. I'm super thankful for my doctors and nurses, my family and friends for their support. I literally have had, my sisters take me to chemo, my mom taking me to chemo, my sister-in-law has jumped in to help me, my brother's been working out with me 3 or 4 days a week for the most part, and this is, I just have a great family. I feel like God has blessed me a lot through this journey, and I got to see him work. So, I'm just here to try to give people some hope and some positivity that may be going through the same thing, and I understand that their journey may not look like mine. I have my computer here because I took a ton of notes during this journey to kind of document everything and document different dates, so just ignore my computer being here.
I documented the dates. You just wrote down your thoughts. I had to organize it for you.
There's been a lot going on, and writing it down has helped me. To start, I was diagnosed really at the end of last year. It was a week after Thanksgiving because I got a biopsy done the day before Thanksgiving. I got the biopsy just to rule out cancer because we were thinking at the time maybe what was in there may needed to be removed, and it was benign. I felt something in February of 2022. At the time it felt like a little AAA battery. It had been there for a while before I felt it, obviously, to get to that point. I got a mammogram done and a breast exam done shortly after that in March, April. I was told to come back in 6 months to keep an eye on it just in case. So I was thinking, because of my age, lack of breast cancer in my family, that it was a fibroadenoma, I think that's the term, which is what a lot of people or probably anybody would have thought, with all the answers that I was giving at the time. And so I came back to the doctor and got the mammogram again. They noticed it has doubled and tripled. At this time, I knew it had doubled or tripled in size. It was red, it was purple, all these things, but I still thought because of my age, there was no way that it was cancerous. I thought it was, a juvenile version of the fibroadenoma. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, because those are known to double in size in 6 months. So it made perfect sense to me. Well, I get it biopsied. The medical team was so kind to biopsy it immediately, which is very rare for anyone to do. They were obviously concerned, and I really am grateful for their help. It really helped me get treatment fast with a quick biopsy, and honestly, they could have kept it from going further than stage 3. Really, I'm just thankful for them. So I get my biopsy, I'm diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. I'm like, what do? I need treatment, this thing is huge, it's red, it's purple, all these things.
Me and Nika were stunned. Nicole was stunned. It was kind of like a bad dream, the first day. I mean, we were just floored. Yeah, I don't think you even cried. Me and Nika cried at the beginning, and I was like, you can process it with us, and then you didn't.
I know after my diagnosis, my family really came together and supported me. I know 3 days after my diagnosis, my family and friends began to pray for me. My aunt started a prayer team at 318 every day, and she would get friends and family from her side, tell us to get friends and family from our side. So there was tons of people praying for me every day at 318.
We could feel it. We could all three feel it because me and Nika were needing those prayers too at the time.
At my first doctor appointment the day after my diagnosis, the doctor was pretty much telling me it was the most aggressive form of breast cancer. It was in my bloodstream, growing rapidly. I needed to get surgery immediately. I mean, all these like really horrible things. And we were really worried because of the size of the tumor and the fact that we knew it was in my lymph nodes, that it had spread to my blood and my organs. 3 days after I got this, I just opened my Bible. I hadn't read my Bible for 3 days because I was just kind of like emotionally kind of overwhelmed. But I just opened my Bible to Psalms, just to the middle. I wasn't, and this verse was already highlighted. This is not the Bible I opened, obviously. This is just my phone, but it's the verse that was already highlighted from years before said, "For it was you who created my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you because I have been remarkably and wondrously made. Your works are wondrous, and I know this very well. My bones were not hidden from you when I was made in secret, when I was formed in the depths of the earth." When I read that verse, it just really changed my heart because it just made me know that God was there, and he gave me tons of peace during that time. And I have, wavered with stress and different things through the process. I haven't been perfect, I know the day after that. It's like I read something online, a little pamphlet that I was given, and it was just one sentence, and it was just a horrible sentence to read if you have breast cancer. And it really put me in this tizzy because it was talking about, the death rate and stuff like that. And I knew that I didn't know what my bloodstream was like, where it went, my bones, my organs, whatever at the time. So I was just, at the mercy of this piece of paper. Soon after that, God gave me a lot of peace, even recharged that peace that he had given me.
I definitely have seen God work, even giving me peace and even I think joy during this time. It's been really hard, and Nicole's been so strong, and we pray for her every day, to have strength and joy through this journey. And I know when God gives you peace, it doesn't make sense. But
it's that verse that says peace that passes all understanding. I feel like I've gotten that peace.
I know she mentions it in her short form video, but that she doesn't have little to no symptoms. Honestly, I wake up a lot of mornings and I'll see her and I forget that she has cancer. We can, have fun during this time. And that's what she's been saying. This isn't going to be like her cancer time.
We took a little time off for a few weeks to absorb the information and just kind of recharge. There's a lot of things that come with this, behind the scenes. There's a journey to this, and the journey's going to last for this year. It's going to last for a while, for all of us, and it's a family journey.
I feel like God's even prepared us before this moment. Little things that's happened in our life before this. I feel like he's been, preparing us to go through this at some point. So,
okay, I want to get to the good news. Like I said earlier, I had a horrible doctor appointment the day after my diagnosis. He was saying all this stuff like it was the most aggressive, it was in my bloodstream, it might have spread to my organs, I need surgery immediately, it might have spread to my bones, all this stuff. But I got a CT scan after that, and it showed that no cancer in my bones or my organs. And I was just so thankful because I knew the cancer had been in my body for close to a year. I know everybody was really happy in my family. It was just the best day of my life.
Yeah, I felt like that was the day I could finally breathe. She's gonna make it, kind of thing. I mean, that's really how it felt. I was literally when we heard the news, I kept begging. I was like, can we celebrate? Is this so it's not there? I just couldn't believe it. I was so thankful because we didn't know.
She's going to be okay. The treatment's going to work out.
And we do believe in miracles either way. We feel like God has the power to heal her either way, but this was really good news.
I definitely believe God has worked miracles through this because even now, some even better news, I believe that the tumor is already gone from different people I've been working with that they think the tumor could possibly be gone at this point. This is a very fast shrinking tumor. So I definitely believe it's because of the prayers and the fact that God has put me with a great medical team. I'm so thankful that I can continue to make content, even through chemo, and
do CrossFit. That's all I was going to say.
And do CrossFit during chemo. And I realize not everybody has that opportunity, so I don't want to symptom shame or symptom blame anyone because I realize my experience is not everyone else's experience. I have had the occasional symptom, but it's nothing like what I was being told. I've had cosmetic changes and I will continue to have cosmetic changes. There's definitely more to my story as, my journey, I guess you would say, keeps getting written. And there's probably many things I've left out or didn't say right or anything like that. But I definitely have chosen to tell my story. I want to give a shout out to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Amazing ladies doing some great things there. 1 in 8 women will receive a breast cancer diagnosis in their lifetime. I'm fairly young. I wasn't aware of any family history at the time. Generally eat pretty healthy, and I'm that 1 in 8. That's why I want to encourage you to be alert and listen to your body. If you ever notice any changes in your breast, call your doctor. If you're under 40, do a breast self-exam every month. If you're over 40, get a mammogram every year. Believe me, I know it can be overwhelming. There is hope and there is help. The National Breast Cancer Foundation meets you right where you are. Whether you need a mammogram but can't afford one, need to know how to perform a breast self-exam, or just want to learn more about breast health. They have free educational resources on their website, and at NBCF, there are real women who really want to help you. Join us as we work with NBCF to raise awareness for breast cancer for everyone. I have the National Breast Cancer Foundation link in description.
Join us praying for Nicole at 318 every day. We appreciate those prayers and thank you guys so much for your support. Y'all mean so much to us. We're so grateful for each one of you guys.